So, Dr. El-Deiry, I'm going to put up a chart that was inside a exhibit you'd presented to us. Again, you've been around for quite a few years. Now, Dr. Graylow, are you familiar with Dr. El-Deiry in the cancer field?
Absolutely, and I actually serve on the scientific advisory group for his WIN Consortium for Precision Oncology.
So would you consider him a highly respected oncologist and cancer researcher?
I have always respected Dr. El-Deiry.
Well, somebody on PubPeer doesn't. So, Dr. El-Deiry, why don't you quick explain what this chart shows, and again, the relationship to when you started publishing things like, maybe the origin of the coronavirus maybe isn't holding true. Maybe that was man-made. Is that about when that happened, about 2024? And all of a sudden you started getting all these requests for information on your past studies? Just kind of describe the torment you've gone through.
So back in 2020, a paper was published in Nature Medicine in around April, and it has become controversial in terms of pointing to the origins. And that is when attacks started on social media. But we did some COVID research, and right from the beginning, as I said earlier, we know viruses cause cancer. The COVID virus needs to be studied for its links to cancer, and the COVID virus vaccine makes the spike protein. Now, there's a difference between COVID and HPV. The HPV vaccine.
What's a vaccine?
It helps people.
COVID is literally gene therapy.
But in the case of HPV, you're not vaccinating with E6. E6 targets P53.
Okay. But again, address the ramp up of attacks on you. Give me a timeline in terms of you publish something, all of a sudden these attacks begin.
So 2024, we published some preliminary data that if you overexpress the spike protein in human cells, you attenuate, you block the tumor suppressor, P53. This is the most common tumor suppressor.
And Big Pharma wouldn't like that, right? So all of a sudden you start getting attacked. I mean, keep going with the...
We said, maybe if you want to develop a good vaccine, boost the immune system against the virus, but limit collateral damage to the host defenses. That shouldn't be controversial. Attacks started and continued. And then by the middle of 2025, I was invited to serve on an HHS committee. I was doing government service to look into plausible links and found a bunch of things that are worth studying more. And the attacks took off. We published that work by January. The journal where the article was published came under a cyber attack. Nobody in the world could access this paper for at least a week.
Again, this is when I was connected with you and I started hearing just your, I would call it torment. You've been tormented. They're trying to destroy your career. They're doing a pretty good job of it, aren't they?
I'll say a couple of things. All of these mounting concerns look concerning. They're piling up. What's going on? Most of them are trivial, in my view. I mean, one case was a typographical error in a supplementary table where we were looking at what does the body produce in people who have severe COVID. And we spelled the word intubation, it's spelled as incubation. If you read that, that's a concern. And
I want to keep going here, but I'm going to enter in the record a blog post by Marianne DeMasse that really kind of describes this pretty succinctly, the gory detail of the torment you've been going through. Without objection, nobody's going to object. I also want to make sure I enter in the record that Dr. Harvey Risch, the seer, whatever that stands for,